Hi, everyone. Good to be here. I was in Gdansk 6 months ago, so it's great to be here. So I decided to shake things up a bit and going from technology and cult to a different type of cult, which is pop music. To be fair, I have no education in music besides playing the piano, but I thought it would be interesting to speak about what happened to us with technology and civic tech in the meanwhile. Which I think it's important for all of us in the room to know before we're going into this amazing day of lectures. So are you ready? Oh, come on, you're sleepy. Are you ready? Yeah, good. Awesome. So this is a lovely data visualization. As a data geek, I always like to open my presentation with a data visualization. So this data visualization takes songs from the 1890 till the 2014, and they try to see what are the most common words in pop songs. So you can see, for example, that for 2000 and 1990, the word you, and I mean the letter U, was the most common word in pop songs. You can also see that you have the word yeah, or the word like, or yeah, etc. What's interesting about pop songs that they're not only repeating in words, they're also repeating in tempo, they're repeating in type of sounds that they're making, and all of us know it. Now, I'm not gonna judge anyone for like pop song, because I also like them, but something to remember when we're repeating stuff over and over and over again. What does that mean? Because we repeat them in technology as well, specifically in the civic tech, open data, open government, we have this tendency, amazing, annoying tendency for buzzwords. And buzzwords, ladies and gentlemen, are the devil. Here is a nice comics by XKCD that tried to see and project how the word sustainable is going to be a buzzword. So as you can see, by 2109, you're just going to say sustainable all the time. And sustainable is a word that we see over and over and over coming. How can I make my civic tech project sustainable? How can I make open data sustainable? How can I make democracy sustainable? It's repeating over and over and over again without understanding what it means. We have tendency in this sphere to do that a lot. So the next example, whoa. What happened to it now? The next example is coming from the Open Government Partnership in 2016. This is a shout out to Nathaniel Heller that decided to have a bingo of buzzwords in OGP 2016 in Paris. So anyone can find a Ukrainian word in this buzzword that's coming over and over? Can you find Prozoro down there? So there are a lot of phrases that keep repeating that we tell to ourselves. So open data become a buzzword. Open parliaments become a buzzword. For some reason, hackathon is still a buzzword, even though a lot of people are going and not doing it anymore. Civic tech, scaling, okay, etc. If I have to think about 2017, I've been already for, I think, in the last month, I've been to 5 different technology and civic spaces workshops, and each of them had the following buzzwords: artificial intelligence, ethics of data, blockchain, and blockchain for trust. Okay? Anyone can think about another buzzword they learned in 2017? Let's do it participatory. Buzzword, something that repeated. You don't remember? Come on. No? Okay, so for me, it's been blockchain, it's been AI, it's been how algorithms are going to change our life for good without really understanding what it means. And it's really annoying, okay? Because with all the respect, blockchain is a really, really good solution, amazing solution. However, if we think that blockchain is going to bring trust without understanding what blockchain does, how can we do that, okay? Like, if no one understands how something works, how can we trust it to bring back trust in technology? Which was great to hear Richard Young says that we need to do it complementary, not only alone. Then, if we're speaking about AI and algorithm, yes, it's great. We need to have data ethics. We need to understand what it means. But most of the people that we work with don't understand technology as much as we do. We need to be very clear what algorithm mean, what ethics mean, how can we take it to the next level, and we need to start speaking to people in terms that they know. And technology terms, it's not something that they always know. So what they know to speak to one another and converse face to face. The fact that we have technology does not mean that we shouldn't have this human interaction, okay? What I like about this slide is that it's very honest. It's between two kids discussing to each other's faces and tell stuff that they not necessarily think that is whole, that is true, that is nice. We need to start telling stuff as they happen and not to sugarcoat them with words that are not always making sense, or think that we have to say a buzzword because it sounds really good in a grant application that we're putting, or because it sounds really good and people will trust us more. No, buzzwords create the opposite of this. Even if Fran wants to say to Fred that he's ugly, she will tell it to him, and they're not, hopefully, gonna hate one another. So here is my wish list for a couple of words that I would like to make more than buzzwords. A couple of words that when we're speaking about how technology can help and change, what we mean and what we need. We need to discuss about inclusion, about not only who is in the room, but who is engineering the processes that we have. This is not only about diversity. We don't only need a lot of different people. We need to include them in. If we're only being diverse without including them into the process, how can we actually create something that makes a change? And when I'm saying inclusion, it's not only gender. It's also people of minorities. We also speak about older population and young population, but we need to make sure that we're having all of these people in the room. We need to listen, and most importantly as well, we need to share. And a lot of the time, we forget to listen. And this is not great. If we only start to speak without understanding what each other wants, then how can we actually be this inclusive environment, okay? We need to be honest, and honesty is really difficult. As someone who works a lot with government officials in a lot of countries, sometimes honesty can lead into how can I put it in nice words? I'm not gonna put it in nice words. It can make their ego be fragile, okay? If they're not gonna be honest about the situation, they're gonna insult someone. This is what they think. Or opposite, if they're just gonna cover it and sugarcoat it in buzzwords, that's gonna be fine. But no, we need to be honest. We need to tell Freds that they have an ugly face, because we think that. But we also need to be nice and tell them that we want to move forward, that we wanna do other stuff, okay? And we need to be vulnerable, understanding that this process of creating civic tech is actually a trial and error. We're not gonna have everything great the first time we do it. It's fine. Having failures, understanding what works and what doesn't work, how can we create these processes of inclusion, processes of people working together and trying to get this cause. This is what I think we should do. So if we can take these words and make them not buzzwords, we can make them something that we work towards, something that we want to do together. I think this will help us, optimistically, to make a change. And that's it. I finished before time, guys.